Hi guys, good morning. Chidi Bain here once again. ECR the professionals, consultant, coach, and trainer. Always interested in industry, that has always been my, very major concern, when it comes to a presentation on this platform, on this particular platform. My major concern, also given what I am into as a consultant. I'm concerned about industry, and like I've often said, that no country's economy can have any sort of worth or relevance without industry. And of course, the aggregate of contributions, skills wise, from workers from here and there who are found in different industries, invariably in different organizations, will likely determine the GDP of any nation. And for industry, as it is mentioned, to be truly represented, then there are certain factors which I'm just going to be talking about. One of it, just one. Certain factors that must be attended to, that must be taken into consideration, that must not be undermined. And that is just the term excellence. Have you thought about the fact of excellence? It means exceptional. Or is the word you can another word you can use for it is excel, to excel, which means you truly can not excel if you do not have a touch of excellence. Some people use the word top notch. When I'm talking about excellence here, I'm not talking about some sort of fake that that is paraded all around. No, I'm talking about true excellence. I'm talking about excellence. I'm talking about excellence from the regional perspective. I'm talking about excellence from a reality perspective. That's what I mean. Whether you're a worker, or you're a boss as a worker, because every boss is also a worker. Yes, because every company works for people and for the companies, just like employees work for organizations that is also headed or run or managed by people. So now I can now use the word worker, every worker, because what we do in industry is work. Everyone is working. So every worker is expected to have a sense of excellence. So it begins first of all with a sense of excellence. What do I mean by a sense of excellence? Sense of excellence, I mean, is thinking about perfection in your work, thinking about quality in your work, thinking about the best in the work that you do. If you have a thought or a sense of the best, of quality, of perfection, then the journey of excellence in your work has actually started from that point, because it is the thought of excellence that will determine what other steps you're going to take. I'm discovering that most workers as employees today do not consider excellence because they feel that it's not their job. And then most workers in the place of a boss do not think about excellence because they feel that they can make more money. When they cut down on costs after they must have quoted or given a quotation for a job, which is assumed to be of a quality, likewise quality materials, quality expertise, quality processes, and all of that. But you know what? When the money is paid, they go for something of a lesser quality because they do not have a sense of excellence. Everything begins here. Everything begins here. So if you don't have a sense of excellence, you cannot embark on a journey of excellence. You can't take steps for excellence. It begins first with a sense. It begins first with a picture what is the picture of excellence you have? What's your philosophy of excellence? What's your view about excellence? What do you think about excellence? This is what I want you to understand. Do you know this is the same that is affecting now politicians? They get into power, the money is available to do what they ought to do, they connive with contractors, and then they do all manner of things that are of lesser quality. Why? Because they themselves do not have a thought of excellence. So there cannot be a touch of excellence on what they do. Let me tell you the truth. Excellence will be another better word for discipline. That is discipline at its optimum base. Yes, which means if you embark on a career journey or a practice or a profession without a thought for a touch of excellence, then it means that you are not practicing. It means that you are not in a discipline. That's what that means. So I'm going to quickly give you some factors to be considered when it comes to the term excellence. And the first thing I want to talk about is knowing what is required. There are fundamental laws that guides every work and the results that is expected from that work, because every work is a process that leads to an outcome. So every work is a process that leads to an outcome. So every work as a process that leads to an outcome has an expected quality of output, which is made possible in the process. That's why today you hear about quality assurance, quality control, quality management system, determining the quality by defining and ensuring that the definition of the process meets the intended results. Intended results are determined by the expected process. So you must know what is required in every work you do, as an employee worker or as a boss worker. You must know what is required. For a boss worker, knowing what is required determines what structures and systems you put in place to determine how the work runs. For an employee, knowing what is required means understanding the process that have been put in as a plan in place, and understanding what else is actually needed for delivering on that job. Remember, as an employee worker, you are the workforce, the force behind the work. The quality of the force you put into the work will determine the result you will get. And that quality of force you put in will be determined by quality of human resources that you have, which includes emotional intelligence and good character. Number 2 is assessing your capacity, like I just talked about. As an employee worker or as a boss worker, what is the capacity of your organization, structure and system wise? As a boss worker, as an employee worker, what is your capacity human resource wise? When I mean human resource wise, I mean skill wise, knowledge wise, attitude wise, and experience wise. What is your capacity to deliver the job? If you don't have the capacity, then excellence is far from what you are going to be doing. And then the third one is checking for availability of resources. Availability of resources. What resources are available? And what are the qualities of the resources? Because the qualities of the resources will determine what quality of a product, if it has to do with product, or what quality of a service, if it has to do with service. Yes, when I mean quality of resources, I mean even in service. What gadgets you use, where it is needed, will determine what kind of a result you are going to produce. And then, fourthly, has to do with anticipated constraints. Before you begin a journey, you must count the cost. Before you begin a journey safety-wise, before you begin any project, you must conduct a proper and a detailed and appropriate risk assessment. Why? because risk assessment enables you to be able to know what could be the possible constraints. Like we say in safety, the probability of the occurrence of incidents and the severity level, which is the consequence as a result of that incident. So anticipating constraints will help you to prepare better. When you anticipate constraints, that is being proactive. When you get proactive, you're able to figure out those factors that could militate against your excellent performance and your excellent results. And then you can begin to tackle them beforehand. And when you do this, I assure you that excellence is not going to be far from you. It's not about, like you say, being more intelligent. Yes, excellence is at levels. Yes, it's not about being more intelligent, but it's about the right attitude, the right perception, the right preparation, and the right implementation for an expected result or outcome. I'm Chidi Ben, like I've always introduced myself, consultant, trainer, and coach, ECRD professionals. You can reach me on this number 080 3877 2798 080 3877 2798. You can also follow me on www.facebook.com/ECRD professionals. www.facebook.com/ECRD professionals. Thank you and see you some other time. Bye.